The Daycation series came about because I saw a lot of people not traveling, and they had put themselves in this box where they said, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, it's too expensive, I can't do it. I said, let's make an example. Let's put out a series where we show people how to travel on a budget. I wanted it to be doable and realistic, but I also wanted to push the boundaries a little bit. I wanted to stretch and go beyond and really show people how powerful a day is. The very first spot that I chose to do was Las Vegas, and the reason was because I found an amazing ticket. If you spend $300 on a ticket, the whole trip's out the window. So ultimately, there's three parts to it. One, you have to find a good airline and stay consistent with that airline. Two, you have to sign up for their email club. I get emails every single day from a bunch of different airlines. And then three, you have to be ready. You have to be anticipating the email, know where you want to go, and then when the deal comes, jump on it. The morning that we're leaving for the airport, Kadeem shows up. It's a really early flight. I want to say he's at my house at like 4:35 in the morning. And as soon as we come out, I have a flat tire, which is honestly pretty funny because that would happen on the first episode of our new series, but it's a seriously important thing to keep in mind. You gotta have a backup plan, and you gotta check your equipment before you travel. Airport tips are gonna be huge in this series, but since this is a long flight, about 5 hours, the first tip has to be bringing snacks. Especially on these cheaper airfare flights. They're not gonna have TVs, they're not gonna bring you a free snack. So I usually bring snacks in my backpack, and then I'll buy a drink in the airport once I get through security. Since this was a really early morning flight and we were going East Coast to West Coast, we were actually flying backwards in time, so when we landed it was super early, only about 8:30, and we had a full day to get started. We got the rental car, now we're heading to the hotel, and one of the cool things about Las Vegas that a lot of people don't know is that the hotels are actually kind of cheap. We stayed at the New York, paid like maybe 120, 125 bucks a night. They've got cool casinos, there's a roller coaster inside the hotel.
You have no idea how much I'm blowing up your name out here, both of y'all.
When you're in Las Vegas, you have to do the tourist thing at least once and walk the strip to check the hotels. It doesn't cost you a penny. There's all sorts of beautiful photo spots, there's restaurants, casinos, pools, and it's just kind of like a thing you have to do when you go out there. But we decided we had to take a nap. We were exhausted, and even though we didn't have a lot of time, we knew that we were gonna be out super late on the strip. Before we came out, I decided to post on Facebook and ask all my followers what their favorite spots were in Las Vegas. And I had this massive list. I had no idea what we were gonna do, but one spot for sure was the Red Rock Canyon. The canyons were not just a high point of this trip, it was honestly one of the more beautiful places that I've ever been to. And that's pretty amazing considering we were 15 minutes from the Las Vegas Strip. Leaving Red Rock, the sun's going down, and we can actually see the light from the Luxor beaming up into the sky off the strip. And that's one of the cool things about the city is during the day and during the night is two totally different experiences. Kadeem is an amazing photographer, and if I were to describe him, I'd say he's a urban, street-influenced photographer, so this setting is exactly what he looks for, and going through the city and seeing stuff with my eyes and then seeing how he documented it was really amazing. At this point, it's about 1 in the morning and we are fully exhausted. We woke up at like 4 in the morning the night before, and other than that nap, we've just been grinding all day. So we decided we finally needed to go back to the hotel and call it quits. Day 2, we're waking up, we got a full day to go, but we leave at 9 o'clock that night, so I'm trying to figure out what else we can jam in, and as I'm doing this, I'm on my phone, and an ad comes up on Facebook for a place called Top Shot Las Vegas, and it's basically the most insane game of laser tag on steroids. Top Shot is right off of the strip, so we decided to check out of the hotel, grab our gear, and it's only about a 10-minute drive. And I honestly had no idea what to expect walking into this place.
Nick Star.
So what are you setting up, bro?
I'm setting you guys up to get shocked. I'm setting up the pain. Alright, so basically it's just like laser tag. You got your sensor vest. So you get hit in here. This fancy little belt's gonna shock you. It's gonna be right over your belly button, so you're gonna feel every hit.
Alright, Kadim's gonna test the shock.
Tightened up. Okay, that's good.
Once again, I'm blown away because we're in the city of casinos and gambling, yet we just found this incredible adrenaline rush, action-packed experience 5 minutes away, and it was just so sick. We're past 12 o'clock now, and we're closing in on less than 9 hours, and I felt like we could fit a few more things in. I look at Kadim, he gives me the look, and we decide we're gonna swing it, we're gonna go for the stratosphere before we leave. And as we're pulling in, we've got less than 2 hours until the wheels come off the ground for our flight. So I'm like, let's make this quick, let's get up there, check it out, and then get out. I'm so frothed out and excited. I'm running around the top of this thing. I've got my GoPro out, I'm doing a Facebook Live, and the next thing I realize, we're running late. I've been up here for like 40 minutes, so I call Kadim, he doesn't answer. I finally find him, I'm like, dude, we gotta go like right now. So we get in the elevator, but we've gotta run through the casino, the parking lot, get up in the parking garage, get in our car, and we still have to return the car. I'm like the king of barely making it. But ultimately, if you miss that flight, you just ruined the whole Daycation. So give yourself time, don't miss the flight. We get into the rental car area, we had all of our stuff ready, we ripped it out of the trunk, threw it on, gave her the keys, got the receipt, we run into the airport, and when I sat down, I was like, wow, that was absolute insanity. And then we realized we did it. The Daycations are alive. That's a wrap. This is it. Next week is episode 2 of Daycations, and we're going from Orlando to Atlanta, Georgia, and we actually only paid $38 round trip. It's an amazing trip. We got so much stuff in a short window, and we're stoked to show you guys how it went. See you next week.